Welcome everyone, my name is Polymac and I finally have my PC fixed and I'm here to bring you the top plays for week 4 of season 8 of the GBA, and I'm joined by the guy who you're used to hearing from the past 3 weeks, Dom.
And a big welcome back to Poly, and now that the team is back together, let's go ahead and get into top plays for week 4. First up at number 5, we have Joey and the Bronx Beartics versus the mysterious Coach Z and the Columbus Chew. In this play, we see Joey take the opportunity to get his rocks up to maintain pressure against Coach Z, as the Columbus Chew swap out Porygon 2 for Fearow. Instead of using this as an opportunity to potentially heal up, Joey makes the aggressive play and throws off a body slam just in case the Mienshao chooses to come out, as it does in fact, and gets paralyzed, effectively shutting down its effectiveness on the team. Mienshao was a pretty notable threat to Joey's team just due to its speed, coverage, and stupidly strong stab, and crippling it mid-game gave Joey a lot more breathing room for the rest of the match.
Moving on to number 4, we go to the Tampa Bay Luxrays and Monotui as they took on Wolfie in the Milwaukee Bewares. Specifically, the plays that he made in front of Wolf's Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr was a massive threat to his team, and after Banded Weavile picked off Wolf's Jellicent, Wolf goes out into Conkeldurr, and Mono makes a ballsy prediction going out into his Snorlax as Conkeldurr goes for Ice Punch. Now, you might think he made a play, wound up Gliscor then predicting the Drain Punch to try to play around the poisoned Conkeldurr, but no, Mono predicts him to go for the Ice Punch, predicting the Gliscor to come in, stays in with the Snorlax, and sure enough, Wolf goes for the Ice Punch, and Snorlax is able to then go for the Facade and knock down Conkeldurr low enough where it will die to poison at the end of the turn. This was the absolute killing of any chances that Wolf had of winning this game. It locked it up for Mono, as Mono then had all the momentum in the world and had all the resources to win this game. It was a huge play for him. It would have been a little bit higher had it not been essentially a sack job as well for Mono, determining that Gliscor was more important and that Snorlax was not important, and even if Snorlax had died there, he would have been in a great position, but still, it ranks up very high on this list.
Coming in at number 3 in this week's top plays are Lars and the Borashidan fan versus Gio and the San Francisco Giants. Lars, once again showing his propensity for forethought and guiding a game in the direction he wants with prep, sends in his Tornadus to dodge Shaman's incoming Earth Power, with Gio predicting the Gengar or Cobalion to come in. Lars proceeds to set up a bulk up, with his Tornadus on Gio's switch into Mega Scizor to try and counter this. Lars throws off a taunt to prevent the Scizor from setting up or healing, which would in theory be a gigantic problem against his team barring the Manectric, which again shows great forethought in Lars' prep. Tornadus gets off a couple more bulk ups, and when it is brought low enough to be knocked out by its next BP, Lars reveals the Prankster Resto Chesto, both healing a +3 Tornadus back to full and increasing the power of acrobatics. Lars' Gambit with Tornadus allows him to bring the Scizor down to negligible HP, as well as eliminate Gio's only electric immunity, being Dugtrio. Gio then sent in his Ditto to revenge kill Tornadus, which seems like it might sway the game in his own favor, but this was not to be, as Lars specifically chose Tornadus to bait the Ditto in so that Mega Manectric could come in, get the attack drop, and revenge kill it, leaving Lars in an amazing position going forward with the rest of the match.
Coming in at number 2, we have Jolt and the Kansas City Jirachis taking on Envy and the San Diego Chim Chargers, more specifically the plays he made with his Assault Vest Gardevoir. Now you're going to see some speed up as this is a long, stretched out segment, but all started actually with him setting up Stealth Rocks with Aerodactyl. This allowed him then to consistently wear down the Regenerator Core as it would switch around, and then he goes out into his Assault Vest Gardevoir, which is able to just sit in there. It traces the Regenerator ability, so it was easily able to take damage, very little damage at that from the Slowbro, and when it did, he would be able to get that health back when he was done. And he was not done for a while, going for the Moonblast originally, making Envy think he did not have Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt then do a lot of damage to the Slowbro, putting him very low, where it's going to be very difficult for him to consistently switch back in with the rocks up, and he's able to then go for Psychic as a Moongus comes in, and that takes 60% from the Psychic, and that basically wore down his entire Regenerator Core. It set him up for the win late games. This Regen Core was really the biggest way Envy had of stopping Jolt's offensive win cons, and it set up a huge victory for Jolt and comes in at number 2 on this list.
And last but certainly not least, our top play of the week was in the match between Aster and the Montreal Habsols versus Necrostevo and the Victorian Shadows. Zapdos got put through the ringer in this game after eating a devastating Drake from Alolan Eggy and serving as a potent wall throughout the beginning of the match, only to go down to 2 big Psychics from Mega Alakazam. This opened up an opportunity for Aster to put his prep into effect and go for game with his WinCon Scolipede. In prep, Aster saw that Scolipede had a really good matchup against Necro, one of the few impediments being Mega Alakazam subbing on Scolipede's Protect. Aster chose to run Pin Missile on Scolipede to counteract this eventuality, as a Zam behind a sub could absolutely decimate him. As Scolipede squares off against Alakazam, Aster goes for Protect to get the speed boost as Necro gets behind a sub as was predicted. Aster clicks Pin Missile without hesitation and makes contact, destroying the Alakazam sub with the first hit, doing about 70% with the second, and finishing off with the third. From here, the Absols are able to finish up the game with Scolipede and grab their first victory in the GBA.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I sure am glad to be back after 3 weeks of not being able to do anything, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
Be sure to check back next Friday at 4 for Week 5's top plays. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.